What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and we are officially 3 months away from Tekken 8's release, and we're just coming off of a closed beta. Hopefully most of you guys watching this got to play it because the game looks better than it ever did. It feels better than it has felt since Tekken 4, and based on what we've seen unofficially, they're going really hard on this story mode, and that's what's got me the most excited about it. But I'm also excited about the potential guest characters we'll see in Tekken 8. There were some shocking additions in Tekken 7, so I can only imagine in Tekken 8, it's going to get even crazier. But who should make it in? We got to talk about it. But first, don't forget to let me know who you want to see make it in the comment section, and make sure you don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates on Tekken 8. Now let's get into it.
Man, boy, they coming on.
So in Tekken 7, we got 4 guest characters. So for this one, we got to up the ante. We're going to bump it up, but just by 1, nothing too crazy. Now, I know a lot of people will say we don't want guest characters, we want the full Tekken roster, but Bandai Namco supports Tekken for a very long time, so before it's all said and done, I'm sure all Tekken characters will get in here. You just gotta understand, the guest characters make money and bring people to the game. When Tekken 7 came out, I felt like it was outdated, so I jumped in, got what I needed from the story, and I jumped out. But when they added Noctis to the game, that made me want to get back in, because even though it fell apart at the end, Final Fantasy 15 is the best Final Fantasy game of all time. Let's go ahead and get to our reveals. Now, the first character we're going to take a look at is a character from Street Fighter, and I think it makes a lot of sense. We had Akuma in Street Fighter 7, and we had a whole Tekken versus Street Fighter game that already came out. Well, I guess it was Street Fighter versus Tekken, but they are still working on Tekken Cross Street Fighter, so you would imagine they have the Street Fighter characters already built to work on this Tekken engine, so why not add one to Tekken 8? Now, I don't think we should get Akuma again. If we get another Street Fighter character added to this game, it could be Bison. I think Bison would be really cool to see in the Tekken game, but I'm gonna go Ryu. You can't go wrong with Ryu. Why are you using Akuma and not using the main character in Street Fighter in the Tekken game? I would like to see Ryu interact with Kazuya. I would like to see him interact with Jin. So for our first character, I think that needs to be added to Tekken 8. I think that's Ryu. You know what? Give us a taste of what we're going to get with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, because I've been waiting on that game for years, so I want to actually see, what we're going to be looking at. How are fireballs going to work from Ryu in a Tekken game? Let's get to that. Now, this next one, I guess, is kind of like Dream City, Dream Central for me, because apparently Dead or Alive 7 got canceled. In this resurgence where we're seeing all of the big fighting games come back, Dead or Alive got canceled. I just hope that game is not gone for good, because that was one of the good ones. I think it kind of got, people don't really respect it like the other fighting games just because of what they do with the women in those, but the fighting style and the parries, everything in Dead or Alive is actually really good. Stories and everything. So hopefully we do see Dead or Alive come back. I would love to see a Dead or Alive character in Tekken 8. Now, you could go Ryu Hayabusa. I think that one's really easy. Do you go Hayate? No, I don't think he's cool enough. We never really see female guest characters, so if you're going to pull a character from Dead or Alive, who better than a woman? Now, you could go Ayane, sure. You could go Tina, if you wanted to get an American, but I think you want to get the female face of Dead or Alive. And if you ask me, that's Kazumi. I think Kazumi would work in the Tekken universe because Tekken and Dead or Alive are pretty similar games, so I think it wouldn't be a big mix-up to get a Dead or Alive character in there. Hopefully, we still get Dead or Alive 7. Hopefully, they picked it back up. I haven't heard any updates on that, but we'll see. But at least let's keep it alive with the character in the Tekken game. Next up, we got Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Should Scorpion make it in Tekken 8? No, but I thought he looked cool on the thumbnail, so I put him right there. If we get a Mortal Kombat character in Tekken, which character should it be? Now, I just said we don't get much women as guest characters, so should we get Mileena? Should we get Katana? Could y'all see those characters in the world of Tekken? I don't think so. If we get a Mortal Kombat character here, who should it be? Should it be Johnny Cage? I think Johnny Cage would kind of work in Tekken. I think his moveset would definitely work. But out of everybody on the roster, and this one would even be difficult, I think if we went with the Mortal Kombat character, it's kind of obvious, but I think you go with it. Liu Kang. I think we go with Fire God Liu Kang from the Mortal Kombat 1 universe opposed to the old Liu Kang we had, because I think this character would really fit in that Tekken universe. Now, of course, you gotta work out the fireball thing, but they figured it out with Akuma, and if they're doing Tekken cross Street Fighter, they had to figure it out with Ryu and Ken as well. So I think they got a plan, and I think if they use that plan for a Mortal Kombat character, they can definitely get Liu Kang in there. Now, as far as his kicks, like the bicycle kicking things, they can definitely do that, because Harang has these kicks where he jumping, he's floating in the air for a while. So I think they can make it work with Liu Kang, and I think he would really fit in that Tekken universe. And Harada and Ed Boon have been friendly with each other. Harada says the cameo system opens up a lot of possibilities. So do they do a trade-off here? We got a Mortal Kombat game that's actually alive the same time as a Tekken game, and they're both going to be in their primes at the same time. So if they do a character trade-off, I think that'll be really cool, and I think it'll benefit both of them a lot. Of course, I don't think they're going to let them get Jin on the base roster and let the characters kill him. I think Jin would definitely be a cameo if he jumped over, but Tekken characters don't kill, so why not let Liu Kang jump over? I think it'll be fine. Now here's where it gets tricky, because if you look at the DLC in Tekken 7, it shows the guest characters they add don't necessarily have to come from fighting games. Now in a perfect scenario, maybe you get some characters from Virtua Fighter in here, maybe get some characters from Bloody Roar in here. I don't know if Microsoft would want to play along, but Killer Instinct as well. But if you're going to do characters that aren't from fighting games, who do you go with? Now I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet. I know I just said 15 was the best, but yeah, I haven't gotten to 16 yet, so we'll give that one a pass. But I don't know if the main character in 16 is as cool as Noctis was. So I don't know if people want to see him in a Tekken game. And do we even do Final Fantasy 2 times in a row? I don't think so. If we're going to pull a character from a game that's not a fighting game, I think we got to pull one from a Yakuza game. Like a Dragon. And I mean that literally, because I know a lot of people would probably want to go with Kiryu, but Yakuza Like a Dragon was my favorite of them all. I love the RPG mechanics, and I love the characters in that game, so I'm going with Ichiban. The next Like a Dragon is coming out pretty soon, so why not highlight him in a Tekken game? Great character. I mean, he's got the moveset, he can definitely pull it off, so if we're going to pull a character who's not from a fighting game, I would like to see Ichiban in here. And last up on the docket, we really got to think about this one, because they put Negan in Tekken 7. I'd say the most shocking guest character in any game, if you ask me, because he's really just a dude who beats people up with bats. Or a bat, I guess. I don't know. Never watched The Walking Dead. Wasn't for me. But do they make another shocking decision like that? I don't even know who they would go with. Could they go with John Wick? If what you guys tell me is correct, Keanu Reeves did not want to do Mortal Kombat for, I guess, the same reason everybody else doesn't want to do Mortal Kombat. But would he be willing to do Tekken since, again, they don't kill each other? John Wick could fit here. Do they pull off the unthinkable and get Denzel Washington from Equalizer? Do we find some way to get The Rock in here? Or maybe they go with the in-house IP. They can go with somebody from Soul Calibur. They can pull in Nightmare. They can pull in Keelik. They can pull in Ivy, because Ivy's a bad one. The point I'm getting at here is this spot is unpredictable. I never expected Noctis or Negan to make it in a Tekken game, so I can't call it. I need y'all to let me know in the comment section who makes this final spot, or maybe you don't agree with any of my choices. Give me your 5 characters that you would like to see in Tekken 8. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. If you made it this far, do me a favor and drop a like on it. But don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.